So today we're looking at the problem number of nodes in the subtree with the same label. So essentially in this question, we're given this tree and we want to return a array that's the length of size n, the number of nodes in the tree, that tells us how many nodes in the subtree have the same label. So let's go through this example. So here we see in spot 0, we have 2. What does that mean? Well, we look at 0, we see it has the label A, and we see that in its subtree, there are 2 nodes with that label, both the root of it, 0, as well as 2. So take note that for this question, the root node of a subtree is always considered as part of the subtree. And for every other example here, we just have 1. So you'll see there's no other subtrees where there are shared labels. These are all unique. So this seems like it might be tricky, but it's actually a pretty simple question to solve with a depth-first search. So let's kind of walk through exactly what that looks like with an example. So here we have that same example from before, just drawn out. So essentially what we want to do is just picture this. At each subtree, right, and let's look at this subtree right here for now, we essentially want to know what are all the labels that are in this subtree. So we could, start here, go all the way down, count all the labels. Then we could kind of continue, go to this root, go through all the different labels, etc., etc. So this would be O of n squared, right? Because for each node, we have to go through every other node, count them, then go to the children, go to all of its children, count them, and so on and so forth. So we can actually clean this up a little bit and do it a bit quicker. So let's think of what happens at a node, right? So say we're at a node, we don't necessarily know what happened below it, but we know we went through its subtrees already. So if we have the count of all the labels, so let's just call this left and right. And in this question, there's not a binary tree, so there may be more than left and right, but we'll just kind of use this example for now. So if we know the counts in the left and the counts in the right, then we could just check and say, okay, well, I know my label, I'm A. How many in the left match me? How many in the right match me? And that's kind of the gist of this problem. So rather than working our way down and checking the subtree each time, what we want to do is kind of do a bottom-up approach. We want to go as far down as possible into the tree, collect the counts of any labels, and then return them up to our parents. And what our parents then do is essentially take these objects and merge them together, add the count of its own label, and then pass it up to its parents, and so on and so forth. So let's kind of do a quick run through of what that looks like. So let's say here, we see this is a leaf node, but let's say we go down, we see we're in a none state, and we just return some empty objects here. All right, so we'll come up, we'll say our left is an empty object, our right is an empty object. But we also know that we want to add the count of our current label, which is D, and return it up to our parent. So essentially what we can do is merge our right and our left, and these are both empty, but then also include an object where we're keeping track of that label. So then if we went up to our parent here, our left now looks like this, right? And this includes the count of this node as well as all of its children. So same with here. If we're looking at this node, we'd see that we actually would end up returning something very similar to this. So we'd have C with a count of 1. So then our right would be C1. So then we want to, again, merge these two with our label B And what we'd end up passing to our parent is D1, C1, and B1, right? And we're basically just going to follow this pattern all the way up. So essentially, when we get to a parent, we would check the object that we're given, the objects that we're given, kind of merge them together, and see how many of the same label do we have. So here, for our right, we'd end up with A is 1, E is 1, and D is 1. So when we merge these left and right together for our root node 0, we'll see that what we get is A is 2, and Y is A2. Well, we see that we already have 1 from our right. We also want to include the label of the root node, right? So then we have A is 2, we'll have B is 1, C is 1, D is 1, and E is 1, right? So this accounts for all of our roots, all of the children, and we'll see that we're just kind of passing up the values to our parents. So we're following a bottom-up approach. We're finding the counts in all the subtrees, passing it up to the parents, and let the parents do the work of merging those objects together and counting the labels. And essentially, as we're doing this, if we ever see a label that's shared, here A equals 2, we know that for 0, we can just add that into our answer array. For 0, we would put 2. So hopefully this made sense. Let's hop over into the code and see exactly how this works. So since we're just given a list of edges, what we first want to do is create that adjacency list, just so we can represent this tree a little bit easier. That's what we're doing here, just setting up an empty object where each key has a list value. We're also setting up our answer. This is what we're going to return at the end. And it's going to be the size of n, because we need to have an answer for every node. But we're just going to start with none as our default values. Then we just go through the edges and we create our graph. So then I created this helper function called find labels. This is going to do the majority of the work and that merging object logic that we had talked about. So the first thing we do is we just check if our root is none. And this will happen when we go past the leap node to its left or right child. So in this case, we're just going to return an empty object like we did previously. We're also going to add this root node to a visited set. And we're doing this because this is technically an undirected graph. So if we don't do this, it's possible that we would visit a node that we've already seen, which we don't want to do. So then we're going to set up another object for this node. And this is going to represent both the count of the label of this current root, as well as going through all of its children and merging those objects together. So essentially, we're just going to create this object and account for the label of our current node, then go through all of its children. If we've already seen the child, then don't do anything, just continue past it. Otherwise, we're going to call our function recursively on that child and save the object in another object called counts. Then we're just going to iterate through that, and for any of those counts we get from our children, we're just going to add them into our character counts object. Once we've gone through all our children and merged the objects together, we're just going to, in our answer, we're going to update that value with however many labels that we've seen that match the current node's root. And then we're just going to return this object up into the next recursive call so that our parents can then use it. So we just call this function at the end, passing in our answer array, and then we're going to return the answer array at the end. So let's run this and make sure it works. And it does. So hopefully this is helpful, and thank you for watching.